Well, hello, everyone, and happy International Women's Day. My name is Sonia Keeve, and I am the CEO and founder of Sisters with the Voice podcast network. And I help women entrepreneurs to build, launch, and monetize their podcast in just 30 days. And so today, as we celebrate Happy International Women's Day around the world, I wanted to have this special broadcast because I wanted to first salute all of the women around the world who are doing incredible work in their communities, in their homes, in their industries, wherever you serve. I want to just first salute you for all of the amazing work that you are doing. But I also understand and realize that there are times where there are some industries where women are still being silenced, where they don't get the opportunity to really share their gifts, where they don't really get to speak up in certain rooms because they're women. Now, while we have made many strides over the years, there's still more work that we need to do. And part of the reason why I created my company, Sisters with the Voice Podcast Network, was because I wanted to create a place where women could share their voice. More importantly, find the power of their voice. See, if you are finding yourself unfulfilled, not doing the purposeful work that really lights you up every single day, then it's time for you to find your voice. And what is that thing that's going to ignite that fire inside of you? We all have amazing gifts, amazing talent, but we are sometimes underutilizing the gifts that we have. I am here to share with you one thing you may want to consider to really shining a light on your expertise, of really speaking out on the causes that matter to you the most, is by creating a podcast. Now, I know you probably are saying everybody is doing a podcast, but I am here to kind of get into your ear to let you know that not everyone has the experience and perspective that you have. When you create your own podcast show, not only are you creating a tool that gives you the opportunity to talk about the things that matter to you the most, but you get to connect and find your community and find your tribe where you not only are the sought after expert in the industry that you serve, but that you are really helping those who are seeking out specifically the solution to the problems that they are currently facing. As an industry in podcasting, women only represent 22% of all podcasters in the world. Yet there are stats to tell us that this industry is a $4 billion industry. There are so many advertisement and marketing companies that are seeking new and innovative ways to be able to get their products and services in front of the right audience. And simply by you creating your own podcast show could be the catalyst that helps connect you to an audience you probably had never considered before starting a podcast. But of course, before you start your podcast, it's always best to understand why you want to be in this space. Now, I'm here to tell you that you get to create your own table. You get to talk about the issues that matter to you the most. You get to help your ideal client. You get to broadcast and advertise your products and services, and you get to connect to the communities that need what you have. See, many people think that you need fancy equipment and you need to make huge investments in this industry before you launch. And I can tell you, when I launched my podcast show in 2018 called Inspiring Nations with Sonia Keeve, I launched that show with just my laptop and the speakers on my phone because I understood that the message was so much more important than staying still, waiting for everything to be perfect before I launched. Your podcast show could be the very thing that could help inspire nations. And so on this International Women's Day, I want to encourage you to really consider how you could use your voice to change the conversations in the communities in which you serve. What could you educate, inspire, inform your audience that could help them to take the next best step? Remember, people pay for solutions rather than problems. And your podcast could be the bridge between somebody's next solution or someone's greatest destiny. As a woman, I hope that you would look at all of the possibilities of what a podcast could do. You could do a podcast using a video, or as many people do, they will start off in an audio style format. Now more than ever, it's so much easier to stay consistent launching a podcast. Why? Because so many people have content that's already written down. Think about all of the things you've written down over the years. And if you were to go back and look at that content that you've created, how many could take that same content and just open your mouth and just speak out what you have to offer? A podcast gives you that opportunity to get more visibility. It positions you to be the credible leader in your industry. And as a bonus, it allows you to monetize. While yes, sponsorships is one way to monetize a podcast, but it's probably the most difficult way to do it. There are so many other avenues in which you could start and launch a podcast and monetize it at the same time. So I hope that if you had not considered a podcast before watching this broadcast, I hope that you will consider thinking about it and then deciding to move on it and actually make it a reality. And if that is you, I'd like to invite you to join me at Sisters with the Voice Podcast Network, where I'm going to help you to be able to take that idea that you have in your head and execute a beautiful and brilliant podcast that is heard all around the world. It's time, ladies, for us to use our voice. My question is, if I could show you how to launch a podcast through the power of your voice to inspire nations, would it be worth your time? Again, you are already doing incredible work each and every day. And I'm telling you, this platform is one that's going to help really showcase you in the best light. It's time for us to stop being silent. I think many of us have been silent more long enough. And if you are ready to join the revolution, if you are ready to stand up and open up and share your voice, then allow Sisters with the Voice Podcast Network to be the bridge to help your dreams become a reality. Again, happy International Women's Day. Keep rising, keep striving, and keep being the amazing queen you already are. The world is waiting for you. It's time for you to launch your podcast. Take care, and thank you for watching.